What's going on, y'all? With your girl Boost Boswell with the bottom line. Happy Saturday. I made it in the house. I was actually thinking about not coming on, so don't get on me too hard. But here I am. I came on and I said, what do I want to talk about? And the thing that came to mind, because we kind of just winging it today, is life is a test. I must admit. And I want to explore that and kind of talk about it a little bit using kind of experiences and wisdom that I have gained throughout my life. I think you will start to succeed when you understand that life truly is a test. And a lot of people don't know how to play this game right. They uh they quit before they start, or they try to cheat to win. And there's some instances in games you can play that you can cheat to win, but one of them you cannot cheat to win is life. You have to prepare yourself to play this thing called life right. And that's what I want to talk to you about tonight, just for a little bit anyway. I ain't going to stay too long, but the one thing that I understand is those that succeed in life do a couple things. They take care of their mind, their body, and their soul. The one thing that I think people is disregarding out of all those three currently more than any of the others is the soul piece. A lot of people are not in tune with their soul. They pay all kind of money to get that body looking right, but a lot of complications come with that as well. See, you can't even cheat your physical aspect of life, because that will also come back to address you. Many people have a lot of surgeries. They have a lot of alterations, if you will. And further down the road, they start to experience complications. You can't you cannot evade the laws of life. You cannot do it. You cannot trick or cheat the mental aspect of life. It will catch up with you no matter what you do. There's certain laws of life that you have to obey. Your spirituality, excuse me, is one of them. A lot of people don't believe in a higher power or the law of attraction. These are real things in life that if you ignore them and don't address and understand them properly, protect and respect the laws of life, then life will show up in many different ways. And a lot of times it will become unpleasant. As the Bible states, what is in the dark will come to light. I don't care what it is. Some things will surface eventually, and we are seeing them. There's a book I bought many years ago called Lessons in Living. I actually reordered it a couple months ago by Susan Taylor. She used to be the editor of Essence magazine. I'm going to start a series where I read excerpts out of that book, because for me it was life changing. It was teaching me at a point where I was young and vulnerable and I needed some solid, good advice. And I read a lot and I took away some things in those readings that I still carry forward with me in my life. And hopefully, when I start to read this, it will bless some of you. A lot of people don't read anymore. They just want the here and now answers. They don't want to take the time to understand and comprehend lessons and wisdoms that others have left behind as gifts for us to discover and implement. Many people are starting to pass away at a lot younger age than we customarily were experiencing and seeing younger stages in our lives. If you don't take care of your body, it will eventually catch up to you. And unfortunately, many people are seeing that. Um, People take for granted technology and medicines, thinking, oh, there's always a solution or a cure. And there just isn't. In a lot of instances, the cure is proper decisions and preparation to create the path for longevity, for good health and well being. And when you try to cheat and evade and take shortcuts, then eventually life will address you. That's just how things work. I encourage you, as I encourage myself, to continuously focus on being well and healthy and supportive and discovering the truths behind how to sustain a long, happy, healthy life. There's a lot of challenges in the United States specifically because there's so much greed going on that a lot of laws are allowed here that aren't allowed in other countries in the aspect of unnutritional things. It can become very challenging to live a healthy life because a lot of things that's out there in the markets just aren't healthy. And it's a challenge to find true organic and healthy products and remedies to help you on your healthy life journey. It's a challenge that I'm experiencing, but it's one that is necessary in order to sustain a good life. I tell you, let me see if I can find that book. If I can, I might just read an excerpt or two out of it because I ain't doing nothing. And why not? Some of y'all need a tip. Some of y'all need a little encouragement. And let me see if I can find. Give me a second. I'm going to have to figure out where I put those books. But when I find it, one thing's for sure, I will share them. I think there's a lot of gifts and wisdom that's passed down to us in the form of books. One thing, don't do like me. I tend to have a lot of mail that I haven't gotten rid of. Um, you don't want to keep things around in your life that you don't need. So make sure that you do all the right things. Well, hey, Mara, how you doing? Happy Saturday. Nice to see you. Glad you came in. I was looking for this book, but I found this other book. It's called The Strangest Secret. And I was going to read a couple excerpts because there's wisdom in a lot of things. I've um, read a lot of books when I was younger, which I'm starting to pick back up now. And one of the things that I found to be true is a lot of knowledge I was able to gain from reading. And in this book called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale, the definition of success. When we say about 5% achieve success, we have to define success. Here is the best definition I've ever been able to find. Success is the progressive relation of a worthy ideal. If someone is working toward a predetermined goal and knows where they are going, that person is a success. If they are not doing that, they are a failure. I was actually talking to a friend earlier who is about 5 years older than me, and we was talking about success. And as I've gotten older, one of the things that I have come to learn, my definition of success has changed from when I was younger in my 20s. It's changed since I was in my 30s. I'm in my late 40s now, and I'm sure it will continue to evolve. But where I'm at now, success is a lot different. In my 20s, it was focused more on relationships, material things, monetary money. Now, today in my life, success is good health. Success is happiness, um, being in good company with authentic, genuine people, not being in stressful environments, and just being generally grateful that I have peace in my life. None of it is around material things. Now, that's not to say that there's not things that I desire in my life still. I still desire to acquire some things and travel and go places that I've never been, but the need isn't the same. When I was younger, I felt that material things, certain relationships were a need. I needed those things. I don't need them as much as I did when I was younger. I think we all need healthy relationships and interaction. I don't think people should live isolated because loneliness is a real thing. And that's how we get into bad relationships, is because of many people are lonely or they don't want to be alone. So they stay in relationships that are unhealthy or abusive a lot longer than they should because of the fear of being by oneself. You don't want to end up in that type of situation because then you become um, a victim or at the mercy of a need versus the person that is guiding and making the proper decisions on what you are to experience in life. Success is many different things for all of us, but once you become more aware and more in tune to how life truly operates, the further away your level of understanding will be when it comes to what success in life really looks like. It won't be material things, there will be things that you can't necessarily buy or uh, acquire so easily. Life is it's a playground. It offers a lot of happy, healthy, joyful things. Life is also a cemetery. It also offers a lot of dark, dangerous, and undesired things. But if you are mindful and intentional. I believe that you can create and have full autonomy on what you experience in this life. It's a beautiful thing. And it's also a hurtful thing. It's up to you to decide which one you will consistently experience. I was talking to my mother earlier about relationships in life, particularly relationships within my family. Certain relationships in my family I thought I needed for many, many years. But there came a time in my life where I had to accept relationships weren't exactly like I hoped they would be, or weren't exactly what I said they were. And it came a point to where I needed to start being honest with myself and accept relationships for what they are. I know that a lot of people within our community struggle with relationships within their family, mother daughter, parent relationship, parent child, sibling, what have you. There's a lot of broken families. There's a lot of hurt and pain, and people don't want to deal with it as readily and honestly as they need to. But it doesn't change the fact that these things exist, and many are living in these environments and under these conditions that just aren't healthy. Until we start to be honest about mental health within the community, we will continuously see the toxicity. And I don't want you to be a part of that community. I want you to join me. I want you to get real and heal, um, so you can live a happy, healthy life. Take time to have self care and be self aware. Do things that will sustain your life, not quickly deteriorate your mental state. It's a lot of baggage out there in these streets. You don't need to go out there and pick up none. And that is the bottom line, my friend. Anyway, I'm going to find the books and I'm going to start to read some excerpts, and kind of share wisdom and knowledge that has been out here for a long time. See, none of this stuff is anything new. It's just, have you taken the time to understand, or to seek to understand, to research, to pause? And I want you to join me as I start to revisit some novels and literature that I gained a lot of knowledge from when I was younger. I want to be reading excerpts and kind of expounding on my life lessons from them. So join me in this journey. I'm looking forward to it. Um, anyway, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and you enjoyed your family and friends and ate some really good food. Don't eat too much though, because food can kill you too. I've struggled with food for a lot of years. Just the bad choices. And now I have stomach conditions that I deal with. And I don't want that to happen to you. So make sure you're eating fruits, vegetables, and nourishing your body as much as possible. Um, Stay away from processed foods and unhealthy things, because eventually, if you don't address it now, and you trust and believe me, you will later. And you don't want to have those struggles in life. It's enough struggles and shortcomings that's going on, where you can make better decisions and just not have to deal with those things. So I don't know. We'll see what the future brings. But anyway, stay safe. Enjoy your evening. And we'll talk again, my friend. On your way out, hit that thumbs up button. Life blessings. Talk to you again.